Okay, sis. So, how do you start building safe boundaries, healthy boundaries in your marriage? Basically, of course, if Boo did something, your hubby did something, and now trust has been broken, you have to establish boundaries. You have to establish acceptable behavior and unacceptable behavior. And this has to be a conversation that you have with him. But before you even have the conversation with him, you need to have a conversation with yourself. What are you willing to live with? And what are you not willing to live with? Okay. Obviously, infidelity should be on that list where you say, I refuse to live another day with you cheating on me. Okay. Um, and hopefully, if you're rebuilding the marriage, he understands that he said it was a mistake. He sees that that is wrong. So you shouldn't have to have a conversation with him saying infidelity is wrong, but you do need to build healthy boundaries anyway to prevent anything else from happening. So first we need to start with what you believe. I can't live with this. You cannot do these things. And normally those boundaries should be things that could lead into bigger problems. For example, having friendships with people who have an interest in you. Like not just a friendship, but like you're on the phone, y'all are chatting. This person is single and ready to mingle. And y'all on the phone chit chatting and doing all the things. No, so identify what it is that's in their life that they're susceptible to, something that they might do and might lead into something else. But most importantly, you've got to know before you set those boundaries what your worth is, because regardless of what boundaries that you set, if you don't believe you deserve what you're asking for, you'll accept the treatment over and over again. It's kind of like the woman who catches her husband cheating, and she catches her husband cheating, and she catches her husband cheating, and she's going through the phone and she keeps finding all the proof and all the evidence, but she deals with it. And 10 years later, 15 years later, 20 years later, she's still hurting and broken because she didn't believe she actually deserved treatment other than that. You see, when you know your worth and you know your value and you know what you bring to the table, and you know that you deserve for someone to love you in a certain way, and you know that the abuse and the toxic behavior of infidelity is wrong, it makes you it strengthens and empowers you to say, if you do this, I'm leaving. If you do this, we need time of separation. If you do this, you're going to lose a good thing. But it's hard for you to say that if you're insecure. It's hard to say that if you're scared of losing him. No woman wants to lose her husband. She wants to rebuild her marriage. She wants to have the wonderful family that she had dreamt about. When she said, I do, she had dreams and visions. So no one wants to end their marriage. But you have to love yourself enough to say, this is the behavior that's acceptable. This is the behavior that God says is acceptable for me. And anything beneath that, I'm not tolerating. Now, I'm not saying just drop it like a bad habit and don't give any opportunities to grow. But what I am saying is the best change that you can get is change behavior. An apology sounds good, but it means nothing without changed behavior. So first step of creating healthy boundaries is knowing your worth, knowing what you will tolerate and what you won't tolerate. And then two, making sure you're able to deal with the consequences. Because if there's a boundary, there has to be a consequence. If someone violates, what are you going to do? And if you need help with that, click the link in my bio. I'm ready to help you. Bye.